Demetria Boston says it was her 15-year-old daughter, Janiya Carr, that was found in the woods behind these apartments, shot and killed Wednesday morning by Metro Police. Now Boston is looking for answers.
My daughter didn't hurt nobody. She has so many friends that are hurt behind this. Why is all I want to know. Why?
And neighbors tell me he worked as a maintenance worker for this apartment complex, and it's the same apartment complex the victim lived in.
I just seen it last night, and I'm like, he looks familiar. Then I showed my wife. She like, baby, that's the maintenance man. And then I looked at his face again. I was talking to him right there.
"15-year-old Janiya Carr was a loving and outgoing girl with a bright smile and personality to match. Janiya attended Arsenal Tech High School and, like most teenage girls, was excited about recently attending her homecoming dance and was looking forward to her 16th birthday in just a few weeks. Things would quickly turn left as Janiya would go missing on October 28th, reported by her mother as a runaway. She would take to Facebook to post the following: "Whoever, wherever you are, please bring my baby girl back to me. I haven't felt this pain in a while. Bring my baby home. Indy police is trash. They don't care." She would never see or hear from Janiya again. Just before noon on November 1st, Indianapolis Metropolitan Police responded to the Carriage House East apartment complex on the 10,000 block of Aristocrat Drive North on Indy's northeast side for reports of a body being found by a woman walking her dog. Upon arrival to the scene, they would locate the unresponsive body of a teenage girl along a tree line behind an apartment building. The victim was identified as 15-year-old Janiya Carr, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to a gunshot wound to the cheek and trauma to the back of her head, just a few weeks shy of her 16th birthday. Janiya's mother says she feels empty, sad, and confused. She desperately wants answers and justice for her baby girl. Police will quickly begin interviewing a person of interest as they continue the investigation.
Boston says she last spoke to her daughter on the phone Friday night. Police reports show she reported Janiya as a runaway Monday morning.
My daughter has never ran away, and if she has, it's only been for a day, and her text messages always said, "I love you, my dear." I'm not gonna get that no more.
Boston says Janiya went to Arsenal Tech High School and was less than 3 weeks from turning 16. Police announced Thursday evening they are making an arrest in this case after questioning a person of interest.
After combing through surveillance footage provided by the Carriage House East apartment complex, police will quickly announce the arrest of 34-year-old Tevis Walker, who was recently hired by the same apartment complex as a maintenance worker, despite having several warrants for his arrest in Georgia and Alabama. As an employee, it is unclear whether Walker was aware that activities on the complex property were being recorded at all times, the very thing that made it easy for law enforcement to identify him. In an interview with IMPD, Walker confirmed that the Kia Optima captured on surveillance footage was in fact his, and he was the only one who operated the vehicle. Walker also told police he remembered picking up a girl from the complex, then driving her to a location several miles east to purchase a tablet. He said the individual he was purchasing the tablet from did not show up, so he drove Janiya back to the apartment complex where they both lived. According to court records, police used surveillance video to piece together a minute-by-minute timeline in the case. When questioned by news teams regarding the hiring of Walker at the apartment complex, a representative stated the following: "We will continue to actively assist and cooperate with the investigation, but we cannot provide any further details at this time which may impact or impede the ongoing investigation."
Fox 59's Jesse Wells explains how police were able to arrest a 34-year-old suspect in that murder. Jesse?
As these signs show, this apartment complex is being recorded at all times, 24/7. According to court records, police used that surveillance system to piece together a minute-by-minute timeline in the case.
Just before noon on Wednesday, a woman walking her dog found a teenage girl dead along a tree line behind the Carriage House East apartments. The victim, Janiya Carr, died just a few weeks shy of her 16th birthday.
I feel empty. I feel confused. So many emotions to the point that I feel sick.
34-year-old Tevis Walker is now accused of the killing. Police claim at exactly 4:32 on the morning of October 28th, here on Newburgh Drive, cameras showed Carr getting into a Kia registered to Walker. Less than an hour later, at 5:21, this camera on Aristocrat shows the car drive into the grass and turn off its lights at the exact spot where police found Carr's body. 4 minutes later, at 5:25, police claim Walker parked the Kia in this parking lot, then walked into his apartment just a few hundred feet from the scene. Police reports showed Janiya was officially reported missing on Monday. It turns out the accused killer had recently been hired as a maintenance man for the apartment complex, despite the fact that he had several warrants for his arrest in Georgia and Alabama.
This could have been avoided had they done a thorough background check. He shouldn't have been working here. He has a warrant.
This affidavit claims Walker admitted the victim got into his car, but insisted she eventually got out and returned home. Police did not provide a motive for the killing.
But the torture of thinking what he did to my baby, that's stuck in my head. I can't sleep. How is it that they allowed this man to work here, knowing that he even has a warrant in Alabama as we speak? How can you allow that? I feel tortured.
Neighbors say the suspect only worked here about a month.
He goes in everybody's houses, the maintenance man. That you're not thinking nothing of it.
The suspect was working in Shaylandra Brown's apartment late last week.
I was talking to him right there. I'm like, what's wrong with, he had a boot on his foot. I'm like, what's wrong?
After his arrest, neighbors recognized the man and say he was seen often early in the morning near the victim's home.
We see this car parked right there every day. So that means you've been watching.
Nobody thought anything, but it is weird that no other maintenance man does that.
Residents are upset the suspect was hired in the first place and say as of Friday morning, the property management hadn't reached out to anyone, including Carr's mother.
They failed us. That company failed us.
The suspect is due in court Monday afternoon and is being held without bond.
34-year-old Tevis Walker was officially arrested and charged with the murder of 15-year-old Janiya Walker. As of right now, there is still no motive, and it is unsure just how long Walker and Janiya were familiar with one another. The case remains ongoing.
Judge James Osborne decided on no bond, and he said that's because of this preliminary murder charge. Now, we are not naming the 34-year-old man because official charges have not yet been filed. Now, he did appear in the courtroom today wearing a red prison jumpsuit as he was ushered in without an attorney today for his initial hearing. Now, he is charged with killing. Police say he shot and killed 15-year-old Janiya Carr and left her body in the woods behind his apartment building at Carriage House East Apartments. In court today, Janiya's mom, Demetria Boston, could not hold back tears when she saw the suspect walking into the courtroom. She shared her frustration and her pain with us after that hearing ended.
He seriously sat in her mother's face and asked for pretty much sympathy. I'm not okay with that.
The family told me outside of the courtroom they just want to know why this happened. They don't understand. And they have retained an attorney who told us that they are confident the state will put forth a murder charge. Now, we've learned the suspect is due back in court this Wednesday. That is when the judge says we should know, these specific charges that have been filed, and we should also know what kind of bond will be set.